better design. I'll replace you. Alright, Rare Metals, you're looking for a new home. Come off my bots, come down here, and it's time for a design. The neck of a loader here. Because, oh wait, this is only a 2-stack. I can do it sideways. So we can get the whole loader here. This is going to be Rare Metals. Which is this. Good. We are going to do a lot of you. It's got to be something like that. We need an unloading station and an unloading station. Your output is I have a sad face. I didn't want that built. Also, it looks like I need more rare metals. Am I gonna have to set up one of those rare metal rare enhanced processing thing? I'm gonna do daddies. Ugh. Aiden! I try to do peaceful background music all the time. That is my primary focus in that regard. This is not far enough over by a long shot. Don't you dare build that. Twit. Stay a while and listen. Cool. Alright, so this is my newest version of this. And I went from the inside out. So my belt setup, although this is merge belt, actually these two will be not crossing over because they're both unloading the same thing. So you could do this, and you could do that, and then you could do that, and you could do that, and it would be just absolutely gloriously beautiful. Follow me, everything is alright. I gotta follow. Thank you, Lemdem. Stupid bots. Did I miss any discussion? Nah. I don't generally discuss FFFs. I usually leave that to people who are smart. So there's a 1 tile gap there, a 1 tile gap there, and I usually shove them all the way in as close as I can. But I didn't. I did it like that here. And then, oh, you're 3 things wide. That's, what did I do differently here? I have 3. I have 3. I only left 1 tile gap here. I decided to pull that here. So I have this. That's what I actually have. And then if I line that up with this, yeah, I've got a 2 tile gap there. I'm closer to this. Yes, Aiden. You are 100% right on that. I did not want this to happen. Specifically did not want that to happen. Don't have any way around it though. How did I prevent it here? Because I underbelt the first slot no matter what. Because all the others have underbelt as well. Yeah, because I'm underbelting everywhere. That's why. Okay. Well, just what I didn't want was the first one to be different than the others. Might have to start adding a gap there. Well, Aiden, I will say this about the FFF, and I can pontificate for a long time. First of all, the game's not released yet, so anything they show on FFF is still likely to be changed. And even then, it's Woob and Factorio, so it might get changed even then. So the current one is about wires, and it's interesting from a programmer perspective that they're making a distinction between things that exist and things that don't exist in that way. And that they're acknowledging them. As a programmer, these things are objects in the game, and you're now changing base items in the game to have different attributes. You're saying that a copper cable now has two instances of copper cable. One that is automatically placed by the game as part of an electricity transfer, and one that is a generated item that is going to be consumed by green circuits and red circuits and lamps and stuff like that. So I personally would have renamed copper cable to copper wire and left copper cable, kind of like what Galdoc has done with the electrically conductive cable. Is he's making a distinction between the things that connect power poles and the things that are consumed in the electronic circuits. FFF Rolly Rolls is Friday Factorio Facts. It's a newsletter published weekly now by Woob. Since they're 1 year away from release or so, they started doing it again. It used to be a check on my Discord in Factorio, I think. It's fascinating reading. It's where we get all this inside information about, inside air quotes, about what's coming up. Like last week we talked about the elevated train rails, or the week before. So I am happy to see that they're making an internal distinction between those two entity types, because I think that's pretty important. Well, Aiden, I think I predicted that though, didn't I? And I say that's what they're gonna do. That's how information works. Maybe you didn't hear it, but that's how information works, is that it's a variation of the shit sandwich. You can only give so much useful information all the time. If you're giving somebody feedback, you give them positive feedback, then you give them the negative, then you give them positive. And in the shit sandwich scenario, it puts the person at ease a little bit. Right? What Woob is doing is following a similar communications and marketing program, which is to say they started with something that was positive and pretty much everyone would agree on, and then they switched to something that was a little more controversial and open-ended, and then I think the next one was positive and then controversial. And, you know, it's how communications work. As somebody said, you can't have 50 new features every week or you won't have any features for any weeks. And they have not shied away from doing some really technical stuff. I mean, I personally, as someone who finds, and a lot of people have commented, that the getting the red and green wires, the data wires for free, Yeah, Aiden, that's what I was literally about to say. I find that stuff interesting. And I would think that people who enjoy Factorio and read the FFF would want that information too. And that right there is really sexy how that lined out. Alright, I gotta find this thing a new home. Because that don't work no more. It ain't going there. That's too much landfill for me. That's too close to the edge. That can't fit. That would be stupid. While possible, still too much landfill. Not enough of a gap. Too much landfill. Rare metals are coming from where? They're coming from here, coming from here, coming from here. I could put them here and then run that line down. That's my best choice. This is just going to be a three-way. Really tempted to just landfill this. One signal, that's it. Alright, let's get down there. You. Get over here. Let's take it from this angle. Chat says, how else would a developer blog should we expect to be updated and such? The wiki? I'd rather the wiki is updated once the feature is live. True. If cadence and my intuition are right, next week should be another sexy blog post. Watching you do all this makes me want the train layout changes now. Yeah. I still want smarter trains, but I want smarter bots too. There isn't really anything that the new trains would get me. That would change significantly how I do things. I would change my intersections, certainly. You fucking idiots. Yeah, I'm sure more train controls are on the way. I really am. I am probably going to run out of track here because I didn't bring extra. And this train doesn't carry extra. Let's grab these and grab those and them and that. And for giggles, such a fine girl. Oh, not gonna run out of track. More track. Or belt. Or something. I don't even know if this thing works. Yeah, let's just see if I missed anything. Nope. Other than slurring. Alright, well, let's shut this one off. See how it does. Go back home and then look for more, whatever the heck that is, rare raw metals. $7,000. Looks like the next one I'm gonna set up is right there. That's 2 million. That's 2 million. 4 million. The other pattern I've noticed with the FFFs that Woob is doing is that they put a little nugget down at the bottom. Like this one, they said, oh, and yeah, notice that your hotbar now has 12 buttons, 12 slots. And prior it was, oh yeah, power poles are now 32. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go upgrade. That's what I'll do. I'm going to go upgrade his other miners with all of these. Because they need it. Can I has targeting remote? What do I need here? 5 of these plus something else? I need a satellite. Alright, settings, interface, off. I don't think this works the way I want it to. Because I don't think the laser can be targeted the way I want it. Yeah, it doesn't recognize this is already... So those won't shoot at it. Bummer. That doesn't work. Also, don't use discharge defense often enough to know if there was a new icon of the hotbar displayed. And yeah, who uses that? Yeah, so Aiden, I saw you sent me a DM asking about the train intersection I had posted in Discord, and that was somebody had sent me that image that Code Green had posted that image in Discord for Factorio. So apparently he had been messing around with that setup. Hi, kitty cat. Oh, she wants a treat. Now, I laid out on one of my other ones how I think that intersection would work, and I'm tempted to take apart what he posted. Like if I had... well, you have the skills to do this. The hell am I thinking? So, I don't know if you have time, but looking at the FFF and looking at the components and looking at what Code Green posted, what would be awesome is to have the individual components of the ramps so that, because what are we looking at? You know, I only want to go straight. East, west, north, south, straight. So I only really need 4 pieces of graphics. Right? I need a ramp that is going east-west that I can rotate at 180 so that I can go... Because I'm not going to do any fancy curves when I'm up in the air. I'm just going straight. Because I'm looking at what he did, and I would just widen it a little bit and shorten those things and straighten them out, and it would be perfect. That's what I would do. I need to give my cat a treat and empty my bladder, so I'm going to be back in a little bit. Maybe there's clearer stuff in the FFF that it could be pulled out, you know, north, south, east, west. Or maybe they can just be rotated 90 and they work really well. But, BRB. Hi, Llama Boy. I'm considering doing this. Making it so that these can go to either one. Unfortunately, that's kind of limit of where that one goes. It would have to come up here and go to there. A little longer than I wanted it to. Yeah, not quite desirable. Terrible design I did there. Terrible design. Terrible. Not designed to be done that way. Warehouses are going to have a different layout in the future. This sand warehouse that I'm using here. Even if I didn't use this warehouse thing in the future, I might use centralized stuff like this. Centralized transfer stations. I called it a warehouse, but it's a transfer station. That's going to need... See, like this example here. Why would Factorio do this? Why would this train... These two stations have the same name. This is the second time, and this is what caused me to come off break sooner than I wanted to. Is because this is the second time it's done this. Right here. These are both named Warehouse Unload 121. They're now both currently turned off, but there's a train waiting for that one. So rather than go to that one, it went here. I don't understand that. Unless it kicked to 2, just like the other one did. Oh, that's what happened. Don't like that behavior. Don't like that behavior at all. What's the point of having a stacker or a single monitoring both sides? I guess I shouldn't have done that here. This doesn't need a stacker here because these are only going to have one at a time. And I should have gone with the R's. R's. I should have gone with that. The R design should have been used there instead of the I design. Alright, I need to go there and fix that. Those are turned off and those are turned on, so that's backwards. How far away is Sand? Sand is near nothing, but we can go to Harrisburg and get closer. So the sand warehouse should have had an R design. And the reason it should have had it is because they're balanced afterwards. And then again, there's no reason for a stacker anymore. because it's only ever going to call in one train per station. What it actually is, Zinder, is a priority unloader. This station here is called priority unloader for sand to the warehouse. And the reason it's built this way is, and I really should have 2 loaders here. I only have 1, and there should be 2. And there should be a stacker here, and this should only have 1 because I can only afford 1 train here. So it's a warehouse, but the reason being is that this sand processor, this whatever the heck this random word name is for this garbage, raw immersite, I guess, or raw immersite. When it gets crushed, it produces sand and immersite powder. The sand comes here and builds up. If this sand is not removed, this immersite powder will back up, and then I won't get any more immersite powder until the sand is gone. So I had to come up with a way, because I've got a crusher here for normal sand. So it's going to crush rock into sand, and then it's going to take it over to the warehouse. And what I had to have was a way to ensure that the sand coming from the immersite processing was processed first so that the immersite wouldn't back up. So I have these 4 need to get first. Atomic Nature! How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for the raid.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I do check out your stream every once in a while. You're doing mostly SE stuff, aren't you? It's going well. I've taken over the eastern portion of the United States. I've got laser artillery now. I was thinking of just pushing west just for funsies. Ah, yes, yes. Hi, Giraffe.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, really? You can just crush sand and it just goes away, huh? That's interesting. Where are you going, buddy? About as good as that gets. This rail path is just way too busy. I've grossly underestimated how many trains were going to be on it. Like everybody else in Factorio. Underbuilt my main rail network. Something like that, Zinder. I used the alignments that I had available to me. I did what I could. So research still isn't happening. And it still isn't happening because of this yellow. And this yellow is still not making me happy. You're at 3.9k. You need these data cards, which are right here. And you're saying that your destination is full even though you still have stuff in you. Man, I have screwed this thing up badly. What? Alright, I'm going down to Atlanta. What is going on here? You tell me that everything is greater than 4K, then you're going to output a 1. But it's 3.3K. You have no iron. You're not requesting iron because I must have some numbers wrong here. You are looking for greater than 1K. Or less than 1K of. So you should be outputting an R. And you are. R is 2. Oh, because this is supposed to be on the green wire, not the red. Son of a gun. Well, all that screwing around on this thing, and I broke it badly. Just COE. Yep. Yeah, Atomic. I wrote it. If you have questions, you can always hit me up on Discord and I can help you set it up. It has a lot of permutations and options and stuff. You can do the whole world. You can do the whole world with Pacific Ocean in the middle. You can do just the Americas, which is Canada, United States, Central America, South America. You can do Europe or Africa. And you can tell it to pre-place your rocket silos if you want. And what that means is it turns it into like a scenario where you have to capture the city, get it from the biters, and then supply the rocket silo with enough stuff to launch a rocket. Now, if you do it in single mode, you just got to find the one and get there and launch it, and you win. But if you do it for all, like in this one, there's 48 cities here in the continental U.S. I'd have to capture them, feed 48 cities, and then launch 48 rockets, and then I win the scenario. And you can't build a rocket silo if you're in that mode, not out of your pocket or out of the other thing. So you can play it as just a terrain modification, or you can play it as a easy to get around teleporter, or you can play it as a scenario. Thank you. Rolly rolls, there are teleporter mods out there. There's one called Teleporter, written by a guy named Clonin, who, you know, he's like number 2 or number 3 software engineer. Now, why would you have left it there? Oh, because I set it up this way. So you're different than everyone, and I'm doing it wrong. So I need to make sure that you can carry, because you're only requesting 1,000. I need to make sure that you can only carry 1,000, right? $200, $400, $600, $800, $1,000, $1,200, $1,400, $1,600. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This thing's been a real pain, and the pain has stemmed from me trying to be too clever by half. Trying to not have a bunch of these cards just sitting around. And these things are consuming cards way faster than I thought they would. And so I need to reevaluate what I'm doing here. My music ended? Wow. $600 times 4,800. 2,000. Okay, seems about right. I'm gonna stay with this and ride it for a little while to make sure I got the balance right, because this is annoying me. Yeah, I got it wrong still. Okay, so you can hold 2,000. You can hold 4,000 in the train. So you need to call a train when you can unload 4,000, and you need to be able to hold 4,000. So 200, 400, 600. 600 times 4 is 2,400. Times 8 would be 4,800. Okay, so this is the setup I'm looking for. You don't use tech cards. Nope. Three rows or four rows in the train and loop all dues. All the drop-offs. Yeah, Llama Boy, that is an optimization I could do, and here's why I won't do it. Because my thinking, it's a good idea. My thinking is that I wanted to use the same programming I used for all my other trains. And I screwed that up by trying to limit the size of these chests. And what I should have done, and what I'm still considering doing, is just going back to the programming that I used for all of these, which is to say, well, not these, but for these other ones, gosh darn it. I figured this is going to be so small a use case that I didn't need to standardize it, but I went and screwed around with my numbers and broke everything. When what I should have done was just uncapped all of these and used my standard numbers, and had 16,000 of these things sitting here and not cared. But it's not what I did. I did the dumb thing. I tweaked it because I was going to be more efficient. So this is doing exactly what I didn't want it to do. Let's see. So what do I do on a standard one? What's a standard LDS look like? 3 rows empty, 8,000, because LDS only stacks to 100. And so this train, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, a full load is 8,000. So that's what I should have been keying it off of. What do you hold? 2,000, so it should be 4,000. Yep, it is. And then I don't care, but this makes it a little easier. That'll take it a little longer to back up, but it'll be more reliable. Now you're saying destination full on the LBS because the loader doesn't have more room. Let's clean that out. Because you're not at 100% yet. It's the way it is. So it stacks to 200. This should be 16,000. And these should be capped only here. And if it stacks to 100, then these should be also uncapped. They should be 8,000. These stack to 50, which is horrible. But this should be 4,000. And also uncapped. Yep. Stacks to 200. But we're only bringing in one row, so it's 4,000. Stacks to 200. 16,000. There. Those 4 choices corrected. And those rocks dead. Oops. You stack to 200, and so you should be 16,000. You are only single column, single row, so 16,000. You are the source of this problem. You stack to 200. That's going to be ridiculously expensive. You are a row and 4,000. You, I don't know what the heck you stack to. Let's take a look. What are you? You are a charged matter stabilizer. You are an entity. Okay, I guess not. Are you an item? Yeah, I guess you are an item. Stack size 100. Okay then. Now if your stack size is 100, then this is 8,000. And that's that. You stack, oh, you stack to 1,000. Okay, that's a little different. That's different math. So that's times 5. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't care. You stack to 50, so this should stack to 4,000. Or request at 4,000. You stack to 100. So they should request at 8,000. We've already talked about you. You're 4,000 with a single row. You stack to 200. And you should be 16,000. And do I have one more? Yes, I do. What do you stack to? Imersite crystal stacks to 100. So you are 8,000. You stack 200, so you are 16,000. You stack 200, and you are 16,000. And you stack to 200, and so you are 16,000. That'll free up a bunch of trains too. I'd rather these were trees instead of rocks. Hey, look, a rocket. I bet you we can outrun it. We can outrun it. No, we can't outrun it. Gears I don't want. Power pole I don't want. Alright, I need to go over and tear out that other Imersite. Where is my scrap train? Oh yeah, I was going to tear that out. Let's go to Indianapolis. Best sound in the game. That's funny. Just do that. Take all that. Take all that. Go away and then come back. Just whatever game. What the heck ever.com. Well, that's an interesting setup there. Let's go get our scrap train back. long as you keep making them. Oh, wait, you can't. Go away. How about if I rename you to Scrap Loader? Yes. Where I cut off power. Except for the part where I cut off power. Power? You've cut off power? Hmm. You come back here. Oh, that's funny. Are you not empty yet? Yeah, I'm just sticking around right there. Oh, jeez, I forgot about that. Here, have some stuff and things. Don't give me that no path stuff. Just get there. Oh, cool. We're done here. You can go away. Alright, so that old one is tore up and thrown away. Let's take a look at the new one and see if it's working as expected. No, no it's not. No, no it's not. Why aren't you working, Zinder? Sand, I'll bet you. You are not working because whatever you're trying to unload, which is crystal meth or some such crap, there isn't enough of, and we don't have enough crystal meth because we don't have enough sand. We don't have enough sand because the warehouse loader only has 7,000 sand. Because I've screwed up sand somehow. Destination full. You're trying to go to the warehouse unloader, which I have broken by telling it that R is 1, and I put R and... Ugh, God, I did the same thing here. Alright. It's so painful to be this stupid. It hurts really bad to be this annoyingly dumb. I'll just do this. Click. Fail. I gotta go take out that red wire. And I am really not hand building things anymore, so Speedy Basic is about to go out the window. Can't remember the last time I handcrafted something in this mod. Because you just can't, there's so many intermediates. Yes. Almost true. There is... I'm going to go to Harrisburg and then come back. Yes, Llama Boy, but what I'm discovering with my personality is that what is happening is that it... didn't want to do that. It's making me overly cautious, which creates paralysis because I don't want to make a mistake. Right? Because, oh, I screwed that up. I better double check that. And then I double check it, and I double check it again, and I check it one more time, and by then my opportunity to take action has fleeted. Flooded? Ran the frick away. Oh, fudge. Why come? I need a break. I'm gonna take about a half hour or so. After I get my corpse. Words fail me. Oh, man. Oh, I can run on belts and gain speed. Look at all the magazines on the ground. That's funny. Ah, add tag. Death. 231006. Well, at least they didn't pollute all the belts and put a bunch of crap in these chests, right? At least I can run up against the stream on that. Right? Except it did pollute the belt. It did all get put into the storage chest. Alright, let's grab that blueprint, change that to items on the ground. Not stay standing on the tracks this time. Thank goodness there's filters. I don't have to clean that mess up too. I still gotta remove that red wire. Showing Derek, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to teleport back and take a longer break. 30 minutes or a little more. Because I need it. When I get back, I'm going to look to see if anybody's still broken. If they are, I'll start refactoring. I would like some of that fancy. Well, I don't need those anymore. That already isn't really that. I mean, it's good, but I would like some of that fancy anti-creep removal stuff that I just finished researching. I'm just clearing these markers. But where are they? Where are they? I would expect it to be along this row, but it's not. This stuff. Oh crap, that's right. It needs a bio lab. Glass, biomass, iron beams, electronic circuits. Alright, well, biolabs would get built where I build buildings. So if everything in there is less than 10. How much biomass do you need? 200, okay. What's your time? 10 seconds, alright, that's pretty quick. And then I'll take one of them. I'll see if I can set up this other stuff. Oh, yeah, you need to be set to this. You're gonna need water. I can feel it. No, you don't need water. Hydrogen chloride and sulfuric acid. That's not likely to happen. Is that hydrogen chloride? Yeah, green and white. Where do you go? Ah. So I would need an unloader for that. And I took away sulfuric acid. So I'd need an unloader for that. 2 fluid unloaders. Alright, I'll take care of that later. Back in a bit.
Follow me, everything is alright.